Y'all see this? Let's talk about this.
Hi, ladies. Okay, let's talk about Derrick Jaxn. For those of you who don't know, and I don't know how many of you could have missed it, but well, maybe not. Derrick Jaxn is the former wife of Derrick Jaxn. Is that his name? I think that's his name. And he was the relationship guru, still is. All right, and baby, he put her through it. Like it hasn't even been a year ago, and she was on this man's internet, going on and on about how God was going to curse the people who talked about her marriage, knowing full well that her marriage was in a shambles, knowing full well that her husband was making a fool out of her, knowing full well that things were not going to be all right. All right. And here she is. Now she's offering a course for all this money. And I understand the reason. I mean, if you want to make money off your story, boo boo, go ahead. I'm not here to stop you. But it's almost like a half written book, all right? Um, we don't know how your story turns out. 6 months from now, you two can get back together again because we both know. We all know how that happens sometimes. Dirty, low down, cheating, don't matter. Not if you're in love with him, all right? You'll go back to him, and then you'll be back in the same place you was on the internet cursing people for talking bad about him. Um, she has done some work, and I am so glad for her. She has gotten some level of healing, but you can tell by listening to her that she's not all there still. That she really hasn't put all of her pieces back together again. When I watched the interview, it was like she was kind of spacey a little bit, and she looks better, and I'm glad she feels better. But this is a story that is not complete yet. It is only half written. It's too soon. We don't know who she'll be in a year. We don't know what she'll do in a year. And I get that she wants to make money from her story. Um, but yeah, I can't see anybody paying this amount of money to have counseling with a woman who is in counseling herself. Um, has she resolved some issues? I'm sure she has. But has she gone enough in her journey for her to be able to look back on it and be able to teach anybody anything? I don't see how she can, because you can tell by listening to her that she is still in the midst of a storm. All right. That's unfortunate, but those of us who have been through a storm or two understand that it takes a while for you to get through that storm. Even though you might not physically be in it, baby, emotionally, yes. Psychologically, yes. It's going to take a minute, it's going to take some time. That's what the counseling is, and the time, taking care of yourself and your children. Um, he is a high earning man because he is still on the relationship circuit, making videos, doing whatever classes or whatever it is he's doing. I see them advertised on occasion where he's going to be. Um, yeah, have your attorney get this man to help you, because he is the cause of your problems. Why you cannot work, why you cannot properly take care of yourself. There is real damage that's been done, and it takes time to heal that damage. Now, I don't know the extent of it, certainly, but I know that it's going to take more than less than a year for it all to be resolved. You can't be in a marriage with a man for that long and think you can walk up out of it in a year and you're just fine. So you can start teaching people about how to heal themselves. Or I'm not sure what the lesson is for. Are you going to show people how not to be traumatized or not to enter into relationships with men who mistreat you? Because we don't know that you've learned that lesson yet. Now, do we? So, a little bit more time, honey. That's what I would advise.